Show you how you can automate email messages for your business by using Google Forms, Google Sheets, and a third-party app called Zapier, all for free. You remember that time when I made a video about sending a short survey to your customers to get feedback, to get their experience about how they feel using your product. So I wasn't expecting you to send these messages manually. So this is me trying to show you how you can automate the process. So the platform or the system will send out these messages for you without you lifting a finger, and you will focus your energy on doing more important things. So let's get right into it. First, this is my Gmail. So you're going to open your Gmail and you come to the right hand corner where you have these dots. Click on them. Then scroll down to where you see forms. Click on it. Okay, we are here. So I'm creating a form for skincare business, a product-based business. So that's the example I'll be using here. So you could create for any kind of business that you are into. If you're a coach, you're a freelancer, anything, you can use this. So quickly, let me give a title to this form. To name this form, you double click on title. So I'm going to call it order request. Yes, this is okay. Order request form. So you can add a description to help your customers know what the form is about. So let me just write what will you be buying from us today? Yeah. So to add another field, you can click on this plus button to help you add another field. So you are still on the field one. What I want to put here now is name. I would like to know to get my customer names. So name, and let it be a short answer field. Then I'm going to make it a required field. So here that you're saying required, toggle it and it will be required. So when the form is live, you will see that this field will be showing asterisk. That means the customer will need to fill it before it can be submitted. So let's add another. Okay, the next one I would like to add here is email address, because I'll be automating the process using email. So let's put email address. Okay. Next I'll put soap. You understand? Okay. Add an option and so on. Okay. So you can put as many options as you want. So I'll leave it at that and I'll make it a required field as well. So we add again. Next I'm going to say quantity. So some people might want to buy let's say body cream, and they want to buy more than one quantity. So again, I'll make this field a drop down field so that customers have options. So here I'm adding all these numbers so that they'll have varieties. Toggle this on again because it's a required field. Okay. Next, I would like to have their delivery address. Yes, so that we'll be able to send the products they got from us to them. So leave this as it is. No need making it a drop down. And finally, I'm going to add a payment option. Yeah. Okay. And this should be a drop down too, because there are different payment options. So let customer choose Let me just see bank transfer here. Okay, so let's make it required. So let's go through our form to see what we have here. We have name, we have email address, and which products are you ordering. We have quantity, we have delivery address, and we have payment option. Good. So the next thing we want to do, we want to link this form to our Google Sheet. So let's go to responses. Under responses, you can see we have 0 responses because nobody has filled this form yet. And beside it, you can see link to sheet. This is how you can link to your Google Sheet. So click on link to sheet. So it's asking, should we create a new spreadsheet or select an existing spreadsheet? So we are going to create a new spreadsheet. Go ahead and create. All right, so this is our Google Sheet. Don't forget to rename, always name it. So I'm going to call this order request to publish our Google form. In order to populate this sheet, rather, we'll have to go and publish our form. So back to our form. This is where you click to publish it. So you can publish it. Anyone that has this link will be able to fill it. Go ahead and publish. Now, beside publish, you see this. It's for copy and click on it. This is the link that you can share. And you can also shorten the link. Now, copy this. So I'm going to open a new browser and open this link and fill this form so that you see how it works, how the Google Sheet will be populated. The email is okay. Which products are you ordering? I'm ordering body lotion. The quantity 1. Delivery. Just put anything. No, your customers will not just put anything. I'm the one that is just putting anything. Okay, bank transfer is the option, the payment option I'm going to choose. So let's submit and see. Good. Let's go to our sheet. Yeah, this is it. The sheet have populated even without me refreshing it. So next, we are going to go to Zapier. That is where the automation will take place. So you can type on your browser for Zapier. Alright, this is the interface, the home page. So here you need to create a Zap for that automation. Come to your right hand side and click on create. So click on Zaps. Okay, Zapier has a co-pilot like ChatGPT, so you can actually tell it what you want to do. You can type in here the action that you want to occur, the trigger and all, and it will set this up for you. Or you can decide to create it by yourself from scratch, which I am going to do. So let's click on trigger. Yes, what will trigger this? The trigger will come from our Google Sheet. Good. So it's open this panel by your right hand side for you to fill the event. It's asking for an event. What's the event that will happen that will cause the trigger? So I want I'm going to select the first one, new or updated spreadsheet rule, meaning that if a client filled that form that we created and published and our Google Sheet is updated with the information, that is what will trigger this platform to send an email to that customer. So I'm using this. So it's asking us for an account. So you have to connect your account in this place. You can see I just created this Zapier account, so definitely you also be asked to connect an account there. But once it's connected, you just have to continue using it. It won't ask you to connect again unless you want to change it, of course. So click on continue. Select a spreadsheet. Yes, this request response, the one we created, that's our spreadsheet. And this form, our form, is our worksheet. You can leave the trigger column and continue. So now it says we should test our trigger to see if everything we did was all right. If it was all right, it will move us to the next stage, which is the action. Okay, let's continue with selected record. So now the next action is what? Gmail. We are finished with the sheet. So now we're in Gmail. So it's asking for action and event. So it's asking action and event. What do you want your Gmail to do when that trigger happens? We want our Gmail to send email. See this send email. We want it to create and send a new email. That's what we want. Yes. So click on it. So it's still asking me to sign in here, and I'm going to repeat the same process like I did before. Okay, my email is connected. So click on continue. Please, I would like you to know that if you're going to carry out more than 2 actions, like more than 2 steps, because you can always add. So if that's if that's what you want to do, you will need to go for the paid plan. This is a free plan that we are using, and you are only allowed to use these 2 options. So that's why I'm sticking to a trigger and an action. But if you want to connect to your Gmail, connect to your WhatsApp, you know the steps are now exceeding 2, right? So you will need to pay for their plan in order to use that. But if you don't want to pay for their plan yet, stick to 2 steps and it will still serve you very well. So 2 so what I just did, I'm mapping to this 2. So I'm asking if the mail should be going to root. That's the person's first name. Sorry, not the first name. We are mapping this to an email. It cannot go to a first name. So select email. Yes. So I'm going to remove this. So where it says to, you map it to your email. You click on this plus sign. That's where you map and select email because you're sending this message to an email account. Yep. So leave this as it is. Let's go down and see other options. So if you want to copy anyone, this is where you map it to. If you want to blind copy, you map it here as well, and you're from. If you want to put the name of where it's coming from and all. So I'm just going to go to subject. The subject of the mail, what do you want it to be? So I'm going to say order received. We're using email, so we map email here. Thank you. Then leave this as it is at false. If you want to copy, you can copy. Otherwise, leave it like that. Move over to subject and add your subject. And then the body type, leave it plain. And then inside body, you now write the message that you want, which I just wrote this. Thank you for patronizing us. So we are testing. So I'll just leave it at that. But when you are doing this, be formal. Okay. So if you want to add a signature, attachment, or label, you can also do that here. So let's continue and see. Okay, it says we should test this step. So let's test it now to see if this automation worked. Okay, so we'll head to my email. Let's see if this actually worked. Good. We have it here. Order and payment received. Thank you for patronizing. Yeah, guys. So that is it. That is how to automate your that's how to automate email messages for your small business. We started with a Google form, which you can get it from your email. When you open your email, click here, go down, and here are the forms. You start here. After you fill this form, you're going to publish it and then copy the link. The link is what you send to your customers. Even if you're running ads online, I think you can put it there. So the link will be public. When they fill it, it will take them to populate here. This link, this Google Sheet is from your form, right? Under responses, now this form is published. So what we are seeing here is view in sheet. But when you are creating it and it's not yet published, what you see here is link to sheet, right? So after filling this, you will click here and link this to your Google Sheet so that whenever your customers fill this form, it will now populate here on this sheet. So once these two are linked together, give them a title, name them, and then head on to Zapier, create an account, and then create a Zap, just like I did. So if you're confused in any way, you can always come back and watch this video. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, kindly give it a like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.